Okay. All right. All right.
Did you want to do it here and then we'll just come back?
Yeah, we'll just come back and I'll do a whole presentation. I really want to do it right and not.
Yeah. Come back. You
Yeah.
just want to know what day and stuff.
Okay, we'll do-
Why not?
we'll-
Yeah, we're leaving already, so.
I didn't hear you. What was it you had to say?
Those two right over there have made leaps and bounds on the fire department.
Yeah. They had a pretty good, Christmas one.
Because I know Clint called me and asked if we would kind of help look over when they was at their party. So at least they got a good one. Everybody was happy. The guys are trained and they're doing good things. Where'd they have their party at?
The gathering, which is. Old Falcon.
Oh, okay, okay. Yeah. What are you doing? He said, well, you're not gonna believe me if I tell you. He was filling little smoke bottles or little bottles of barbecue sauce up out of a big bottle. One minute.
Right now.
I feel that.
Well, as long as. I mean, she seems understanding.
Mhm. Yeah, and which one is?
Right.
It's safer. Just skip
Same
me
thing
when you
tonight?
do your
What's
counting
that?
on it.
Councilwoman Sherman, there's Linda. I didn't see her come in.
Hey, April. Do I have the agenda? I got the executive one. I don't see the agenda itself.
Which one do you need? This one?
Yeah, we have.
I just thought you was fun.
I don't have.
You thought you knew everything.
Okay, I'm just,
Sorry.
I need all the help I can get.
No, I got.
We'll call this regular council meeting to order Monday, December the 18th, 2023, 6 p.m. Before we start the meeting, I want to open the floor up for public comment. Anything pertaining to the agenda items that's listed. If you would stand up at the podium and give us your name and let us know what you have.
Let's not all go at once. All right, I'm going to Doris Henderson. And I'm addressing the changes in the 300 sections. The sweeping changes that have been taking place in the ordinances need to slow down. There's always need to keep ordinances up to date, review them for accuracy, etc., but to just go through them and make changes at will, in my opinion, is irresponsible. Last sweeping change bill was the 200s. Many of the things changed were about keeping chickens within the city limits. Without the historical knowledge of how all those rules came about, a couple people just rewrote the ordinances. Without even knowing there were hearings and input from not only the community, but various agencies having to do with the way to deal with the possible contamination from droppings. Now, if I want to build a chicken coop on the property line with my neighbor that's downhill from me, and then just spray the mess onto their property, I can do it. I did not go over any of the changes in that section because frankly, I didn't think we as citizens needed to be a watchdog anymore. Apparently, that's not the case. I obtained a copy upon request of the bill being presented for all the changes in the 300 section and realized that nothing is marked as an actual change. How are you to know what is being repealed, replaced, or added if nothing is marked? After more than an hour searching out the changes that I could by reading the present ordinance and comparing to the proposed bill, I realized that apparently the transparency that we all thought we were getting, and every single one of you on the council vowed to show, is not being given. Are you as individuals actually participating in these changes? Are each of you aware of the fees that are being proposed that are not just 10% or 20% or even 100%, but an increase of 733%. Yeah, 700%. This is just an example of a change that would affect a lot of people, yet it's just thrown into a large sweeping ordinance that no one will take the time to ask for, yet there will be a huge amount of conflicts after the fact. I couldn't even locate all the changes since nothing is marked. We had a lack of transparency, things being changed what seemed like on a whim, and we were promised that that wasn't going to happen again. Transparency, by definition, is the quality of being open to public scrutiny. I would propose that there be no more bills that contain 21 separate changes and additions. I would also ask that the ordinance committee present any changes that affect the people of this town to be presented in a manner that shows the current ordinance as well as the change, and it be posted outside of City Hall in a manner that can be seen. Without transparency, we will be scrutinizing all that is brought forth because doubt has been cast.
Anyone else?
Hi, John Phillips, 505 Forest Hills Drive, Louisiana. I would just like to make a comment about the removal of the recycle situation and the recycling bin that has been part of Louisiana for a number of years. Imagine my surprise when I pulled up one Saturday morning with a truck full of cardboard and plastic and had no place to put it because the bin was gone. Now, I've heard a number of different explanations as to why that occurred, and honestly, I don't have a problem with that. Where my issue is the same thing that Ms. Miller was talking about with respect to transparency. Okay, no citizens were ever informed that this bin was going to be removed. Now, the argument is that it was put on the water bill. Okay, but wouldn't it have been nice to have gotten a little input from the residents of the city who use that bin, from pikers who rely on that bin for income? And we can have an argument whether the recycle is good or not or whatever, but it still gets back to an issue of transparency. The fact that this was done without citizen input, relying on a survey from 2019. And and I was here when that survey was taken, in an old argument that people didn't want to pay additional taxes to have recycling done. I think if we'd have gone out to the public and asked, maybe people would have said, yeah, you know, we want to keep the recycling, so we're willing to kick in another $5 on our bill. The point is that transparency still has to reign. All right. It seems to me, and I'm hearing from a lot of people, this seems like we've traded the old boy network into the new old boy network. And things aren't changing. Okay, so I would guess in the future, if you're going to make a change like that, reach out to the people, explore options. I've identified a grant that could pay for that thing. Okay, but reach out to the people and dialogue instead of arbitrarily just making authoritarian decisions without input from the very citizens that you represent. I don't think that's too much to ask. Thank you.
John, on the recycling, the previous administration, they sent letters out all over town to people, asking if they wanted to recycle or not recycle. Well, only like 30 people answered that they went ahead and kept the recycling. But like John says, if you could send maybe letters out or ask the people what they want, if they want recycling or they don't want recycling. They want to pay, I think back then it was an extra 25 cents on their water bill a month. But ask the people if they want to do it. That's the best thing to do. It wouldn't take that much, but do some kind of survey and try to find out if the people want recycling. Because I did notice after I said something that there is quite a few people that do recycle here in town. You know, probably didn't fill the letters out, but at least try to get some input from the people. Thank you.
Just one correction on that. The survey wasn't 34 people, it was 154 people that responded. Just a correction on that. Any other comments?
Oh, can I add just one more, Mr. Carter? Thank you. One thing I forgot to ask, and, you know, I think it's a valid issue. If we're not gonna be doing the recycling anymore, are we gonna be taking that charge, we've been charged on our trash and water bills, we're gonna be refunding that back to the citizens? Should we have to pay for something that we know that the city no longer provides?
And the answer is yes.
Just point of information. Thank you.
Just point of clarification, so, and I don't want to delay the meeting any longer, but the recycling program was a losing proposition for the city. It is cost negative for us. And as far as the going green and being good, coming to find out where the majority of that service went to wasn't in our minds, and what was told was in the landfill itself. And there can be room for future discussion on recycling options. But the program as it was right now is dead. I mean, literally it is dead, but we're open for grants or anything like that moving
Yeah,
forward.
can I just take 2 seconds to respond to that? It's not, I don't think people had a problem with doing it. I understand, yeah, you can't pour money into a rat hole.
Right.
But it just would have been nice if there had been a little dialogue and a heads up. Because you really pissed a lot, pardon me, you really irritated a lot of people, with just arbitrarily deciding to do this. This is the way it's coming across. Again, it's not what you do, it's the way that you do it. Now shut up. Thank you.
Any other comments? All right, hearing none, would the city clerk give the roll call, please?
Councilwoman Sherman. Here. Councilwoman Cordis. Councilman Baker.
Here.
Councilman Gilmer.
Here.
Councilman Gott.
Here.
Councilman Sutter.
Here.
Councilman Bell.
Present.
Councilman Price.
Here.
There being a quorum, I'll call this meeting to order officially and ask, you want to give an invocation again?
Thank you.
Jesus, thank you for giving us this opportunity to be able to work on problems and to be able to work together as friends and neighbors. Lord, help us to see a way of sharing and of understanding each other and to be able to respond in a kind and caring way. Lord, be with us as we try to honor your way of doing things, the way of love and goodwill, especially in this season of goodwill. Amen.
Councilman Bell, would you lead us in a pledge allegiance?
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, and justice for all.
Council, I'd like to follow back up. The Missouri State Historic Preservation Office has issued the city of Louisiana for 20 years, being a successful member and participate in the Missouri Certified Local Government Program. So just want to let the council know that we received that certification from the state. Also, as far as the approval of the agenda, I asked the council to add the following items to the agenda. The incentive for survey of the population for grant applications as one. Do that under new business. And then also add real estate and personal delinquent issue under new business. Add the real estate and personal delinquent taxes under new business. And add the monthly treasurer's report to the agenda, just following the city administrator's report. I entertain a motion to add that to the agenda and approve the agenda.
So moved. Second.
We have a first and a second. Any discussion? Hearing none, all those in favor say yes.
Yes.
Opposed, like sign. Motion carries. We have the approval of the minutes for November 27th. Are there any changes or corrections that need to be made to the agenda? Or excuse me, to the minutes? From November 27th? Motion to approve, Councilman Sutter. Second. Any discussion? Hearing none, all those in favor say yes.
Yes.
Like sign, motion carries. Council, I'd like to appoint Beth White to the Historic Preservation Committee. She has volunteered to join the committee. I entertain a motion to approve the mayor's appointment to Beth White.
I so move. I second.
First and second. Any discussion? Hearing none, all those in favor say yes.
Yes.
Opposed, like sign. Council, I'm going to table the proclamation for Miss Missouri Outdoors and Miss Missouri Princess until our next regular meeting. City administrators report.
Couple of things, that's coming down the pike. I was just notified by the, water department that the filter that filters the water and that's intake water is going to need to be replaced. They have, to replace the filter altogether is a little over 20,000. However, if there's some items listed that they can just take out some of the specialized sand and gravel and that kind of stuff. They have an estimated, sum of that stuff for $6,123. And the price is good for 3 weeks. Due to freight and making sure that all materials in stock. So it's at the council's pleasure whether or not they want to address that in work session or now or after 3 weeks.
So what's the total that you're asking for action on?
It says below is the list of supplies, it's 334 CF dot 60-8 millimeters. And ratified packages and 1 valve size for a cost of $6,123. And they, the crew said that when they do the backflow to take the stuff that's causing it to clog up. I mean, I'm learning about this. They lose a little bit of the sand every time they do a backflow to unclog the filter from the intake. And it's at the point where they need to refurbish some of that material.
So you're looking at a total cost of $6,500 then?
$6,123.
So we can authorize up to $6,500, so. Entertain the motion if the council is interested, or we can table until the next work study session. To authorize the water treatment plant to replace their filter intake components to filter the water. Motion to approve up to $6,500. Yeah, second, Councilman Price.
Yeah.
Any discussion? Hearing none, all those in favor say yes.
Yes.
Opposed, like sign. Motion carries. All right, treasurer, you got a report for us.
Did provide you guys a report. However, I did not provide myself one. Thank you. So the, November financials, the total expenses or the total revenue for the city was $225,035.64. Total expenses was $213,178.60. So we were ahead $11,857.04. Enterprise, total revenue was $280,221.97. Total expenses was $255,459.55. So ahead $24,762.42. The total non-restricted funds for the city is $549,779.32. Our total restricted funds is $884,714.93. For a total of $1,434,494.25. And the enterprise total non-restricted funds is $320,719.44. Restricted funds is $1,717,049.29. For a total in the enterprise fund is $2,037,768.73.
Any questions for the treasurer in her report? Hearing none, entertaining a motion to approve the treasurer's report. Motion to approve.
Second.
Got a second, Councilman Baker. Any discussion? Hearing none, all those in favor say yes.
Yes.
Opposed, like sign. Also, council, the warrants were emailed to everyone Friday. I asked the treasurer not to print those out to conserve a little bit. But if there's any questions on the warrants of what the expenses were for the past month, we can entertain that right now. Otherwise, I'd ask council to entertain a motion to approve the warrants.
Motion to approve the warrants.
We have a motion to approve the warrants. Councilman Sudar. We have a second. Councilman Price, any discussion? Hearing none, all those in favor say yes.
Yes.
Opposed, like sign. Do the roll call, please.
Councilwoman Sherman? Yes. Councilwoman Portis? Councilman Baker?
Yes.
Councilman Giltner?
Yes.
Councilman Gott?
Yes.
Councilman Sedar?
Yes.
Councilman Bell?
Yes.
Councilman Price?
Yes.
Motion carries. Police chief's report.
Mr. Mayor, can we jump in before the police chief? Just for an audit update that's on the agenda.
Okay,
Melissa and Case has contacted, well, I'm gonna say over 150 audit firms. We had a couple of nibbles. A nibble that we got from one company couldn't do it until May. But we did get a company from New Mexico, and they also have a office in Denver that might be interested in doing an audit in January. But they are still fact finding from us to see if they will accept us. But right now we have no audit company willing to take the on.
any questions for the city administrator on the audit?
Reasons?
It's their busy season. They don't really have time to do it now. So we have the one that I've been talking to today and Brian was in on the conversations with, they think they can get it done in January. So the other one that we had, they were going to do it at the end of December. And they re-looked at their schedule and it won't be until April or May, late May. They were late in May.
If the audit, proposal, in January, is that in the state of Missouri,
Yes, they are nationwide. They're nationwide.
nationwide?
Their headquarters is in Albuquerque.
When will they give us confirmation or not? When will they do that?
I'm hoping in the next couple of days.
Because we need to get this done before we get our Missouri state audit done.
They have been very fast paced today. From the phone call, calling me back, yes, they're taking new clients, to calling me back and saying that he's getting me a hold of the auditor for me, and then they've already requested information. I've already sent them our last 3 years of audits, and sent them our prior auditor's phone number because they had questions for them.
And the audit should cost us probably 30 to 40,000.
How much?
30 to 40,000.
It has to be done.
The penalties for not no audit would raise 90 to 100,000. And it also takes us out of the consideration for grants.
Any other questions?
Mr. Mayor, you have, I'm assuming you have a place for the 30 to 40,000 coming out of.
Yeah, because it looks like by the time the state of Missouri comes in to do their audit, then we'll probably be in next year's budget anyway. So right now, we haven't spent any dollars for a budget that we already estimated to be anywhere between 20 to 30,000 already. So it's gonna be a tit for tat on that. Yeah. Yeah, we budgeted for the state audit this year too, so, and which doesn't seem it's gonna be happening until way after the first of the year. And by the time they're done, we're probably gonna be looking possibly, I'm not gonna say guarantee, but possibly looking at the next budget year. To actually being, billed out to the city.
We budgeted 65,000.
Yeah, we budgeted, 65,000 for auditing. But that included the state audit as well, so. And that's where I was kind of getting at, since the state has rolled us back and slid it to the right by quite a bit. We may be looking at after the new budget year to pay for that.
And what does our state audit cost?
It's gonna be anywhere from $35,000 to $65,000 for that state audit, yes. That's what the estimate that they gave us. So. Any other questions? All right, fire chief's report.
Police chief.
Oh, excuse me. Police chief, sorry.
So update on a couple things, the Charger is scheduled to go this week to have the rest of the equipment finalized and put in it. As you know, most of it equipped, just needed, the radios put in it, stuff like that. We're having a few mechanical issues with the Durango. However, it's all under warranty still, so that's going also to Dodge this week to be taken care of. Earlier this month, I want to give these gentlemen over here, our co-chiefs at the fire department, a round of applause. Us along with them co-hosted the Cookies with Santa. And these guys, and when I say co-hosted, these guys and the rest of the firemen did a heck of a lot of work, and they deserve, I'm that boy for that. Along with the concerned citizens, it was a great event, huge turnout for it, and it was a good time.
Good deal. Any questions for the police chief? All right, thank you very much. All right, fire chief's report.
Our list isn't as long as last month, and he made it even shorter. So since the last time we met with you guys, we've had 12 medical calls, 9 fire calls. If you've noticed, if you drove by the station, you've looked behind, we've decided to put a parking lot in behind the station to keep all the vehicles and off the front side. So we've just gotten some of the equipment, and we've used a bunch of spoil rock to make a base, and then we'll get some good rock in there and finish that up and just get that cleaned up. He stole my cookies with Santa, so other than that, that did go really well for us. And the last thing I had on the list, we just had our annual Christmas party. We presented 4 awards, 4 major ones, 3 Chiefs awards, and a firefighter of the year. Those individuals, because I'm all about giving kudos when they deserve it and to show their work and appreciation for them. It was Jesse Payne, Sean Gentile, and Patrick Zimmerman, which was the Chiefs awards and firefighter of the year. It was Matthew Marita. And if you guys if you know them and run into them or see them, just be nice to give congratulations to him. And
So that's what he's going by now instead of Brady?
Yes.
Okay.
He's legally changed his name. So.
You'll always be Brady to me.
Yeah, me too.
Other than that, that's all we really have.
Any question for the chiefs?
Not for the chief, but I think since, these people have gotten these awards, that it'd be nice if the mayor and the council would send a congratulatory, letter to them.
We can do that. Any other questions? Thank you very much.
Thank you, guys.
All right, committee reports. Any committees have anything to report to the council for action?
I see that they have the can't get parking in down at Tyco. So they have a sign in the front now, like this on the side. We had a tourism meeting today. A lot of good ideals came out of it. Sent off some bills with Brian to bring back the pay. Was very productive, and I think they're headed in the right direction on some good tourism. I may be wrong, but Brian, do you agree?
It seemed a very productive meeting out of 5 that I've attended.
Yeah. I also have had complaints about the recycling being took away without being told. To say about the 200 ordinances, there was 5 people that were involved in that. Doing that particular chapter that you're talking about, where they changed the number of chickens and the amount. Some of us didn't agree about the amount, but majority rules. So that's.
Well, it's not necessarily just the amount of chickens.
It was the amount charged for other things too that had raised up significantly.
Yeah, not in the 200. That was the animal, the 300s are what the 700% raise increase
We also had a public hearing.
in things.
Yeah.
You had a public hearing on what?
200.
Well, just, keep our discussion to action for the council.
Well, we're supposed to bring up the 300 and vote on them tonight, or are we still doing that?
So, since you brought that up, Councilwoman, I was gonna ask the council to table, Bill 7208 until we go through another work study session, and go through it, line by line. I entertain a motion to, table Bill 7208.
I so moved. Second.
Yeah, first and second, any discussion? Hearing none, all those in favor, say yes.
Yeah.
Opposed, like sign. Motion carries. 7208 is tabled. Any other, Councilwoman Sherman?
No, I think that covers everything I got.
Any other committees for action? Okay. All right. Council, moving on along to old business, the mid-year budget. Treasurer's here, and Councilman Bell, you had some questions from the work session. And I'll let the treasurer have the floor and go over those questions.
So I did speak to Councilman Bell on Friday. He had a question about the yellow slips and the pink slips on the meter deposits. So the yellow slips is from back in the day before they created a new account for just meter deposits themselves. So that's all that was. And I did explain that to him. For number wise, a renter for meter deposit amounts, a renter is to pay $225. An owner of the house is $125. Service charge if the water is on is $10, and if the water is off is $20.
Have you received any other questions?
No, I have not, besides yours, and I'm still currently working on those as I asked for help. For prior administration, and they stated that they could not help. So I am still working on those, because I do have to learn, I do not know the enterprise side, so I do have to dig into it.
Okay. Any questions for our treasurer? Well, thank you very much. So council, we're not asking for any amendment to the mid-year budget unless you as a council person is wanting to see some sort of an amendment. So there's no resolution or ordinance before the council to vote on tonight. So if there's no action as that, the budget will stand as is. Is there any questions about that?
No.
So I would, with that being said, I entertain the mid-year budget as it has been presented and explained. Entertain a motion to approve.
Motion approved.
Second. We got first and second, any discussion? Hearing none, all those in favor say yes.
Yes.
Opposed, like sign. Motion carries. Next item on the agenda for old business is the underbridge bids. Should have received, we've only received one bid, is that correct? So we received one bid from Tri-County Hardscape for a total sum of $10,745 to do the patchwork in the town branch near all the overpasses or the bridges that has been pointed out as issues. This will be coming from our FEMA funds for the town branch. If there's no questions, I'll go ahead and entertain a motion to approve the bid and award it.
I so move.
You guys, first and second. Any discussion? Hearing none, all those in favor say yes.
Yes.
Opposed, like sign. Motion carries. Council, the HVAC bids we put on hold last month and resubmitted specs. As of right now, I've only received one bid spec with MASH. And I apologize, that's sitting on my desk. So I will, I'm going to ask the council to move that till after the closed session item to take action on. It's in writing. I'll print off copies. So we're looking at approximately $8,000. And I'll bring that up after closed session if no one has any issues with doing that. Otherwise, I'll take a 10-minute recess and go up and get it and make copies for you. No,
Mayor, I think I have it right here. Something.
it's on my desk, hard copy. It's in an envelope. So, but don't worry about it right now, because we need copies for everyone. I want everyone to see it instead of just.
This is for Brian.
Okay. Well, you might have it in your packet. It says Federated Insurance. I apologize. So we got two bids, gentlemen, so, and ladies. We had two bids, so let's wait till after the closed session. I'll pull. This is Peters. I know we got one from MASH. So we'll bring them up, both up and, for the council's review. Next item is Bill 7210 for handicap parking. I would entertain a motion to give a first reading and a second reading for Bill 7210, an ordinance to amend Schedule 2 parking restrictions, Table 2-E, handicap parking. Be and hereby ordained by the City Council of the City of Louisiana, Pike County, Missouri, as follows to wit, read by title only. So I entertain a motion to give a first reading to Bill 7210 by title only.
Motion.
We have a motion in a second. You got a second from Councilman Price. No discussion. So basically, we had to approve this ordinance for the one change because we list all of our streets that have handicap parking in an ordinance form. So we made a change and removed the handicap parking at which spot was that, Brian, that we removed it?
I believe it was on South Carolina, and both the street department and the grounds department said that there is no place for a handicap parking spot, even though it's listed in the ordinance.
Okay. So there's not even anything marked right now.
Correct.
So this is just cleaning up the ordinance.
Correct.
Okay. All right, any other questions or discussion? No, roll call, please.
Councilwoman Sherman,
Yeah.
Councilwoman Cordis, Councilman Baker,
Yes.
Councilman Giltner,
Yeah.
Councilman Gott,
Yes.
Councilman Sedar, Councilman Bell,
Yes.
Councilman Price.
Yes. All right, first reading's been approved for 7210. Entertain a motion to give a second reading to 7210, an ordinance to amend Schedule 2 parking restrictions, Table 2-E, handicap parking being hereby ordained by the City Council of the City of Louisiana, Pike County, Missouri, as follows to wit. Entertain a motion to give a second reading by title.
Motion to give a second.
Motion from Councilman Sutter,
Second.
second from Councilman Giltner. Any discussion? Hearing none, and roll call.
Councilwoman Sherman,
Yes.
Councilwoman Cordis, Councilman Baker.
Yeah.
Councilman Giltner,
Yeah.
Councilman Gott, Councilman Sedar,
Yes.
Councilman Bell,
Yes.
Councilman Price.
Yes.
Second reading's been approved. Let it be known that Bill 7210 has been duly approved and ordained by the City Council of Louisiana. All right. New business, city survey, city administrator.
For the last 2 meetings, you've had a copy of the city survey, not to get that confused with the grant survey. City survey basically was questions asking the public, what type of things have we been doing that were good? And what type of things that we need to focus on or that the public has concerns about. This will go out, via Facebook, our website, and then there'll be a notation on the water bill asking people to submit their voices. So that we can't all be everywhere, and they may see something that we don't. So that lists their concerns. It was in your packet last time.
So are you asking the council to go ahead and approve the survey?
Just approval, yes, it's just basically a report card or a noticing of citizen goals. All I need is a yes or no vote.
And it's gonna be pushed out, what, via the utility bills, or how are we pushing
So it's
that
gonna be on our website,
website?
and then we'll put a link on Facebook and put a link on the water bill.
Okay. Entertain a motion to approve the city survey. We have a motion from Councilman Sutter
And Price.
and seconded by Councilman Price. Any discussion?
Yes.
Yes.
Is there another way besides including the water bill that we can get communicate? Like the radio or newspaper or whatever?
I'm
The
hoping-
water bill, a lot of people just look at the figure and moan and groan and they forget to look over the small print side. And I discovered myself doing that this past.
I have it on my list of things to do to contact the radio station and do it on the morning show, so I'll be happy to put it out on the morning show as well.
So that'd be social media and our website. Potentially the water bill and the radio.
Okay. That, again, the more communication we can get out, the less, problems we should have.
Any other discussion?
You know, we used to have, someone from the paper here at every meeting, and they put in the paper what, so that would be a lot of transparency there. I don't know whatever happened to that situation. I realize we don't have it on the paper.
Yep. So, I mean, there's a lot more I can probably fill you in on why, but But we can definitely give a news release to the paper as well. Now, whether or not they publish it will be another story. Being that'd be their call, yeah.
I know it used to be, there's always someone here at each meeting, they wrote, I kind of wrote.
Yeah, I think without going in detail, I think our local paper's struggling, so.
Just curious, huh? Well, even if it would cost us some, it still would be a good investment.
Yeah, I agree with it. If the newspaper would have talked to them, I said it should be in there too.
Just to kind of put it out. So just to put it out there, just since we're kind of talking about newspaper and costs, we put out for bid for that homemade trailer, right? And just putting it out for bid for 1 week cost us $95. The trailer's worth about $250, just to kind of put it in perspective. So if we depend on if we're paying for an article, it's gonna cost us. It may be worthwhile, but it's gonna cost us.
You know, back in the day, I didn't think you paid.
Yeah. Yeah, if they're reporting on the meeting, that's usually, it's news. Okay, so any other discussion on city survey? If not, all those in favor to allow the administrator to pursue the city survey? Entertain a motion. Wait, I've already did, sorry about that. Yeah, vote, all those in favor say yes.
Yeah.
Opposed, like sign. Motion carries, sorry about that, guys. Next item is resolution 21-2023. Marijuana ballot issue. It's a resolution of the City of Louisiana Council and Mayor authorizing a placement on the ballot for the municipal elections for April 2nd, 2024, whereas the City Council to impose a sales tax at the rate of 3% on all tangible personal property retail sales of adult use marijuana sold in the City of Louisiana, Missouri, as authorized by Article 14, Section 2.6, subsection 5 of the state constitution is hereby imposed. Whereas the tax imposed hereunder shall be in addition to any and all other sales tax allowed by law. Be resolved by the City Council of the City of Louisiana, Pike County, Missouri, authorizes the above action approved. Entertaining a motion to approve resolution 21-2023. We got a motion from Councilman Sudarth to approve.
Second.
Second from Councilman Bell. Any other discussion? Hearing none, take a roll call, please.
Councilwoman Sherman,
Yes.
Portis. Councilman Baker.
Yes.
Councilman Gilmer,
No.
Councilman Dodd,
Yeah.
Councilman Sedar,
Yes.
Councilman Bell,
Yes.
Councilman Price.
Yes.
Be it resolved, resolution 21-2023 by the City Council of the City of Louisiana, Pike County, Missouri, authorizes the above action approved. Next item is resolution 22-2023. A resolution of the City of Louisiana authorizing William Sudarth, Tim Carter, April Gilbert, and Alyssa Horton as signees for the Mary Griffith CD in care of the City of Louisiana with a minimum of 2 of the authorized signers. That's a typo there. For any draft or change in the account. Whereas City Council desires to change the authorized signers on the Mary Griffith CD in the care of the City of Louisiana at People's Bank and Trust. Let's spell out People's Bank and Trust too. Be it resolved by the City Council of the City of Louisiana, Pike County, Missouri, authorizes the above action be approved and entertained to a motion to approve resolution 22-2023 with the changes so mentioned.
So moved.
We have a first from Councilman Giltner,
Second.
second Councilman Bell. Any discussion? Hearing none, take the roll call, please.
Councilwoman Sherman,
Yes.
Councilwoman Portis,
Yes.
Councilman Baker.
Yeah.
Councilman Gilmer,
Yes.
Councilman Dodd,
Yes.
Councilman Sedart,
Yes.
Councilman Bell,
Yes.
Councilman Price.
Yes.
That be resolved by the city council of the city of Louisiana, Pike County, Missouri, authorizing the above action be approved, referring to resolution number 22-2023. Next item on the agenda is discussion with Pike County Commissioners. Everyone should have a proposal kind of in front of you. City administrator, you want to go over this? I know we talked about this at our work session. Now, we're seeking authorization from the council to authorize the city administrator and to go speak to the county commissioners in this regard. Yep.
Go over that again, please.
So what we're looking at, we are looking to see what it would cost us from the Pike County commissioners to utilize their tax collector to collect all taxes related to real property and personal property in the city of Louisiana. Their cost that we're looking at to propose is 3% cost for them to do that. And one of the reasons that we was looking at doing that was having one spot for all taxes to be paid, and they can manage that, and they would have more so, and I'm not sure on the legalities of this. Our city attorney, she may be able to answer our question on this, but the county has more teeth on collecting taxes as it refers to being able to get your driver's license or your license plates for your vehicles, that all your taxes have to be paid. So that may include the city taxes as well, whereas right now, we have no authority to stop someone from getting their driver's license or someone from getting their license plate where the county can. Mary, did you hear any of that?
Yes, I did. I don't have it for you right now, but I will check into that right away. Yeah, they do have a better toolbox than you guys do as far as collecting taxes and giving people incentive to pay.
Okay.
But I will check into that right away. It won't take me that long.
All right. We're not taking any action as far as signing an agreement with the council. What we're asking for is authorizing the city administrator to go have this discussion with them and see if something mutual can be worked out to accommodate.
Okay.
Any other questions? So I mean, we don't have a motion on the floor yet, do we?
Okay, thank you.
Oh, yeah, Councilman Sutter, okay. Any other questions then? Okay, all those in favor say yes.
Yes.
Opposed, like sign. All right, the water filter, that's something we've already approved. All right, flow meter for the water salesman. We increased the rates for the water salesman at the water plant. However, one of the questions that the council asked was about putting a flow meter in for the water salesman. We have an estimated cost, and it's within our purview, but we are seeking council's approval whether or not to spend $1,000 to put a meter on that water salesman so we can audit the water sales. So we're asking for your approval to do that. Because it was a concern of the council, whether we spend $1,000 to put a meter in there to audit the water sales. We wanted to bring that answer back to the council for their decision on this.
Yes, we need to have a checks and balances on that. We have no checks on that, so I move that we buy the flow meter for the water salesman.
We have a first. Councilman Sutter, second. discussion.
Discussion. Is this, because, we're having, bypasses on our water flow?
There's no telling if we're missing money or not, because there's no way to check how much water has went through the meter. This allows us to determine the amount of usage, so we can check it.
Currently, there's no meter. There's no way for us to measure what's been sold. We can count the money in the minutes, but there's no way to double check that and bounce that off of anything. If it balances, there's no checks and balance currently.
This should have been put on when it's brand new, as far as I'm concerned.
Any other questions or discussions? We'll go dead on the Zoom.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, the question's already been asked. All those in favor say yes.
Yes.
Opposed, like sign. Motion to approve up to $1,000 for a flow meter to be installed to the water salesman has been approved. All right, city administrator, citizen of the year.
So during the work session, you all received a sample of what the citizen of the year would look like for questions. It's suggested that we would collect information all year round, but for this year, collect, information, until the work session and then make the decision there and honor a citizen of the year, at your council meeting in January. But normally these will be available year round, so someone can turn these in all year long. But since this is something new, for the city, that, we would take applications for 2023, as soon as you approve it until the work session. We'll take the ones that we have, select a 2023 citizen year, and then 2024 will be an all year long application process.
All right, so council, I'm asking, and I'm behind this 100%, but I'm asking, for this to be tabled just for a short period to work on collaborating with the Chamber of Commerce on this, the citizen of the year. There's some miscommunication that's been going on. And, the whole intent of the city's involvement with the citizen of the year is to, further, make it more robust, not to take anything away from the chamber or any organization or any individual. So I have been in touch with the chamber president, and they are meeting this Thursday, and we're working on a collaborative effort on this to where the city's directly involved with the chamber on presenting the citizen of the year. So I'd ask just to table this until we kind of get this rolling through. We can start the process and everything else, but I really want to get on the same page so we don't take an organization that's been doing this in their fashion for 50 years. But my purpose of supporting what's in front of you is to be more inclusive for the citizens to nominate as much as any board member or any council as well. So we're kind of short this time of year before the results have to be turned in. But I think we can make quick fashion of it within the next couple of weeks.
So
So,
wasn't the citizen of the year 2023 this year?
well, that's the one that was appointed, for the previous year. I mean, she is awarded it in January, and she carries it throughout the whole year. So, so anyway, I just asked that give us a little bit more time to make sure that we're working in a collaborative effort with the chamber and so forth. Motion to table. second from Councilwoman Cordis. Any discussion? Hearing none, all the, yes?
Yeah.
Okay. All right, resolution 23-2023. We've already approved the bid, I believe, but now we want to enter the contract. It's a resolution, of the City of Louisiana Council and Mayor requesting to allow for the mayor to enter into a contractual agreement. Whereas the City Council and Mayor have agreed that the mayor can enter in a contract agreement with the City of on the City of Louisiana's behalf for the repair of the cemetery wall. Whereas a copy of the contract must be made available and can be viewed as Exhibit A, Tri-County Hardscape. Whereas the amount for the contract is exactly $18,105.53. Whereas the contract may be signed before the close of the bidding process at 4:30 p.m. on June 30th, 2023 to facilitate contractor signing on 6/27/2023 and starting work no earlier than July 1st, 2023 at 8 a.m. But before next council meeting, January 10th, 2023. Whereas if any other bid is received by the city clerk before the bidding process closes at 4:30 p.m. on June 30th, 2023, the contract will be considered null and void. The contractor cannot begin any work and all bids will be considered and voted on at the next council meeting on July 10th, 2023. Now therefore be it resolved by the City Council of the City of Louisiana, Pike County, Missouri as follows. Section 1, this resolution shall become effective upon its approval by the City Council and the execution by the mayor. So what this is, our SEMA and FEMA funds going through our bidding process and everything else. We're cleaning up the language and stating the fact that it's clearly easy for the state to see how the process transpired. We did so under constraint and frankly, to be honest, a little bit of lack of knowledge of process. So this cleans up that language and makes sure that the council is fully aware and transparent of what has transpired and what has occurred and to set it straight. I hope that's clear why this resolution is important for us to put into our packet with the state of Missouri for the SEMA and FEMA grant. So that's the gist of it. If I missed anything or if you got any questions, please let us know. I would entertain a motion to approve resolution 23-2023. Councilman Sutter made motion.
Second.
Councilman Bell, second. Any discussion? Hearing none, take the roll call, please.
Councilwoman Sherman,
Yes.
Councilwoman Cordis,
Yes.
Councilman Baker,
Yes.
Councilman Gilmer,
Yes.
Councilman Gott,
Yes.
Councilman Sedart,
Yes.
Councilman Bell,
Yes.
Councilman Price.
Yes.
Let it be known now, therefore, be it resolved by the City Council of the City of Louisiana, Pike County, Missouri, that resolution number 23-2023 is duly approved and passed. One other item, council, I do not believe you may, does the council have the 24 in front of them? Okay, so we've already approved the bid. But this resolution approves signing that contract for that bid for the repair of the town branch walls. So resolution 24-2023, a resolution of the City of Louisiana Council and Mayor requesting to allow for the mayor to enter into a contractual agreement. Whereas the City Council and Mayor have agreed that the mayor and or city administrator can enter a contractual agreement on the City of Louisiana's behalf for the repair of the town branch wall. I want the correction to be made in the title. The mayor and just make it and, not and or mayor and city administrator in the title and in the first whereas. The second whereas a copy of the contract must be made available and can be viewed as Exhibit A, Tri-County Hardscape Group. Whereas the amount for the contract is exactly $10,745. Now therefore be it resolved by the City Council of the City of Louisiana, Pike County, Missouri as follows. Section 1, this resolution shall become effective upon its approval by the City Council and execution by the mayor. Entertain a motion to approve resolution 24-2023.
Motion to approve.
Councilman Sutter. We have a second.
Second.
Councilman Giltner, any discussion? Hearing none, all those in, do the roll call, please.
Councilwoman Sherman,
Yeah.
Councilwoman Portis,
Yes.
Councilman Baker,
Yes.
Councilman Giltner,
Yes.
Councilman Gott,
Yeah.
Councilman Sedart,
Yes.
Councilman Bell,
Yes.
Councilman Price.
Yes.
Now let it be known now therefore that it is resolved by the City Council of the City of Louisiana, Pike County, Missouri. Resolution 24-2023 is duly approved and passed. Miscellaneous business, does anybody have miscellaneous business?
Mayor, under new business, you added to the, agenda, the grant survey incentive,
Yes,
which is different than the city survey.
yes.
The city survey is just a pulse of the people's voice. The grant survey incentive is if we want to go for those big grants, as Mr. Cruzy mentioned last time, we have to have 80% of the surveys that they send out to the people that they select of our city in order to qualify. We need, I thought it was 81% or 80%, but it turns out to be 81 people. They pick the people that are gonna be surveyed. They said that if the city wants to put an incentive, they'll add that to the letter that they send out. I think there was some questions on whether or not that was legal. And according to, the Mark Twain Regional, who is sending out those surveys, it is legal and you can put an incentive on that survey. That if you want, but it is vital that we get 80%. However we do it, incentive, or going door to door, or however we get it. If they select the names, they pick 20% of our population and they get the survey, and it's strictly random. So the question is, do you want to put an incentive on that survey?
So the 20%, what's the total for 20%? Is it like 261?
Yeah, I think that's the right number. It was 200 and something, but 61 sounds correct. I'm not 100%
So-
sure that's correct.
261 citizens will receive the survey from Mark Twain Regional Council of Governments on the city's behalf. The only people that will know about the surveys is Mark Twain Regional Council of Governments as far as confidentiality. So I asked Cruzy if the Mark Twain Regional Council would put in a letter stating the facts that this is a confidential information, that no one within the city or city hall would know any of their personal information that they share or who responded. The incentive that I talked about with Charles that may work would be a coupon that we add to the surveys. Coupon can be whatever the city council want it to be. It could be $10 off your next water bill. But that's up to the council. This survey will, if we're successful in getting the 81 people to respond, will qualify us for the next 5 years on grant applications for the big grants that we want to apply for.
But if we have 261 people, they're gonna choose, 80% of 261 is 209.
So that's what the city administrator said. He is wrong on percentage. We heard 80, 81. Well, those are 81 people, not
That have to
percentage.
respond.
Yes.
Okay, my suggestion, since it's legal to maybe take some money off the water bill, to make sure people do this, let's make it take $20 off.
Right.
That way, hey, I can say $20, I'm gonna fill this out. You make it 5 or 10, they may not, but 20, get everybody's attention. I know I will, if I get one.
That's enterprise.
Yes.
Yeah,
I think,
yeah,
I think we better be on safe grounds with that.
We can
'cause I
ask
don't
the city
think we
attorney to
can,
make sure.
Take money off of utilities.
right, right.
So I think we need to check with the state to make sure that we're legal in that.
Yes.
So we can double check and verify there. I don't have no issue because I want to make sure we're doing the right thing as well. Because right now, Mark Twain Regional Council of Governments telling us that it's okay and they work with the state. But there's no reason why we can't give the information to Mary and also follow it up
Yes.
and ensure.
All
So
right.
we can,
Yeah, monthly trash bill.
yeah.
Yeah.
So we can, and that would go, it'd go to the total, that's the total cost. But we can approve this contingent with verification if we wanna, if someone wants to make that motion.
And I agree with what Rudy said, if it's legal.
We need to ensure that the people who actually fill these out and return them from it. Otherwise, we'll have 281 people trying to coupon and we won't get any surveys back.
Well, one of the ways that we can do this, and that's a good point. Because instead of sending it out to 261 people, that coupon says, if you complete this and turn it into Mark Twain Regional Council of Government, they'll give you the official coupon.
That'll work.
You know what I'm saying? That way, only people that complete it with Mark Twain Regional Council would actually get the incentive.
Motion to approve it
That works for me.
contingent on.
Okay.
But what amount?
$20.
20, so we got a motion from Councilman Sudarth to give a $20 incentive. Work with Mark Twain Regional Council of Governments, working on a coupon system and verification system of those who submit the survey to receive it, all contingent upon verification from our city attorney and state authorities, making sure that it is legal to do so. That's, is that your motion?
I'll second it in the discussion. I think 20 is enough.
No. No,
I have a question.
I mean, we need to make
Let's,
sure.
Average water. and
let's
sewer bill.
keep the citizens' interest here.
Can do that. Hearing 40 from some people. That would get, I know that would get my interest totally. You can save $40 off your water bill potentially. It's gonna help the whole town.
Any other discussion, council?
I feel it's too high, but that's just my opinion. I would fill it out for $5, so $1 is $1, $5 is $5, so somebody stay up.
People are according to but it's gonna benefit the city for the next 5 years. That's what I'm getting at. It's gonna benefit.
So, Councilman Sutter wants to amend his original motion to make it $40. Councilman Bell,
I'll second the amendment.
any discussion? Do the roll call, please.
Councilwoman Sherman,
No.
Councilwoman Cordis,
Yes.
Councilman Baker. Councilman Gilmer,
Yes.
Councilman Sedart,
Yes.
Councilman Bell,
Yes.
Councilman Price.
All right. Motion is approved. Oh, I'm sorry.
Councilman Gott?
No,
I'm so sorry, Councilman Gott,
apologies, Councilman.
sorry.
Entertain a motion to go into closed session per RSMO 610.021. Subsection 1, 2, and 3, allowing only the city council and the city attorney and the city clerk. Or am I forgetting anyone? I believe that's everyone. The citizens, you're gonna have a chance to speak once we come out of closed session, because we still have a subject to address with our bid process. So we're still gonna have council action after the closed meeting, because we'll convene and go upstairs and get those bids from upstairs. Got a motion to go in closed session? Second, a roll call, please.
Councilwoman Sherman,
Yes.
Councilwoman Cordis,
Yes.
Councilman Baker.
Yes.
Councilman Gilmer,
Yeah.
Councilman Gott,
Yeah.
Councilman Fedor,
Yes.
Councilman Bell,
Yes.
Councilman Price.
Yes.
All right, council, I'm gonna take about an 8-minute recess, just to get the bids and make copies for everyone. People that are busy.
Yeah, only need 40 bucks. Yeah, people. That's right.
Oh, excuse me.
I hope I get. I'll sue you
Sorry.
next time.
But $5 or $10 on I don't. People just want to see it. Yeah, but it's.
People live on fixed income. I've got much money from my private job. That's about all I have.
On the general, why do we have? Why 3%? Do we want marijuana being sold in? Why not make that 7% tax?
Why am I the only one voting?
And what you gotta do is you gotta make the ordinance so freaking restrictive that it'll disincentivize people to do it. Because according to the Constitution, it's legal.
I know they can get their hands on it anywhere, but we don't have to be.
We don't have to be the source.
No, we don't have to be so.
You just make it so freaking restrictive.
We need to go get them up there.
Yeah, can we, I don't know if anyone's upstairs. Let's
We need
see.
we need a light, a green light. red.
Yeah. And council, if you haven't had a chance after the meeting, if you got 5 minutes, I'll turn on the lights up on the second floor if you want to see the progress where the new council chambers are gonna be
I've already been up there.
with the lights on.
Well, not all of them.
Yeah, okay. Yep.
I think it looks nice.
Tell you what, coat of paint does a lot.
Yeah.
Have you seen it since I painted it?
No,
You
were
also-
you up there last night or Saturday night?
Saturday and Sunday both.
Okay, cause I went by and all the lights were on and I
Yeah.
assumed you were.
The lights, there's still lights on the third floor.
Yeah, we gotta replace the light switches on that. I haven't forgotten about that.
I thought we already fixed them.
No, it's never been. Those light switches on the third floor, chief, are they still not working right?
They're still not.
Okay, we'll get someone up there to switch out the light switches.
No, I'd appreciate it. We'd like to, I mean, what it is just a couple of lights right there by the
Cubby hole.
window. So it's not really that all the lights in the building are on.
Well, the switch itself is bad?
Yeah. Yeah,
You
it's
go
just a
up,
switch out.
We just need to
Flip
go
it
for a
up,
switch.
it's on, you flip it down, it's on.
That's easy.
Oh, it is, just mayor doing it.
No, it's just.
Alrighty, the last item, that we had for allowing a public comment is, the insurance bids for the HVAC system. We have one for MASH. The base price for MASH was $79.50 with the options, $300 to add the corrosion resistance coating to the A coil, $300. To replace the existing humidifier, $600. And then if the cold air return box needs replaced, it'd be $200. So with all the options, you're looking at roughly $88.50.
88.50.
Yeah. With all the options.
But the coating on the coil, I think is a no-brainer.
Yeah, that's for the corrosiveness, for the environment. And then the other is, the base bid from Peters is $91.55. They add the humidifier, another $23.97, and then the corrosive coil add, $1,600.
So total for.
Yeah, I'm buying
Peters
it.
is what?
Yeah, it's gonna be, about $14,000 roughly, without taking a calculator to it.
Close enough.
So I entertain, I mean, I would recommend accepting the bid from MASH for 8850. Yeah, if, council so moves.
That's also in town business.
Yes.
Motion to approve. Bid for 8850.
Got a motion and second. All those in favor say yes.
Yes.
Opposed, like sign. All right, public comment.
You'll get that out to them.
Yeah.
Okay. This is city business. It involves the city employees. I have been accused of harassing the man because he called me an informant on the internet and I filed a complaint on him, so I'm harassing him. He had a high-speed chase. All I did is ask, does the city have a procedure for high-speed chases? I put $100 more money up to try to find out who tried to, the attempted arson on his house. Well, that's harassing him. Everybody in town getting tickets for cars are gone. I promised you I'd let this drop, but it hasn't come back on. So I'm not breaking my word to you. I told you I'd let it drop. So I took pictures of his house and then, he got a code enforcement violations on Thursday or Friday. And then I get an order of protection filed on me Tuesday, saying that I'm harassing him by coming by his house, taking pictures.
I'm aware of your concern, but now we're talking about, a civil matter that's probably gonna be heard or adjudicated
Well, I'm not-
before Pike
all I'm
County.
saying is, how is that
So
harassing?
I'm saying that's not a position or a question for this council. It's not a position or a question for the council. I understand that, but that's not, this has got to be for the common good type of question for the city. And it sounds like you got a personal issue that with a civil matter. And not to be disrespectful to you, Mr. Henry, but that's really not something for the council to listen to.
I'm being harassed because I filed a complaint on the man and asked about him breaking the law. How's that not
That's-
city business?
I mean, the facts of the matter is, if there's a protection order, as you stated, that's something.
There
that
is
you got.
no protection order.
Well, a hearing or whatever you stated, you called it saying that you got one filed on you.
I got to go to a hearing July 9th.
So
until
that's-
then, nothing takes
so-
effect. I'm just asking how come I'm being harassed for filing a complaint? I can't file a complaint. This shows like, if you complain and call somebody out for breaking the law, there's a police officer. For Christ's sake, they're supposed to set an example. Not take 2 months to get things legal. And then they want to, this is telling people, well, if you file a complaint on one of our police officers for doing wrong, we're gonna get you. This is the same thing we put up with for years and years in this
I
town.
understand what you're saying, but it's still, that's a civil matter. He's not doing it on behalf of the city of Louisiana. That's a civil matter that he's taken on personally between you and him. That's something that's not for this council to hear.
Oh, I see.
I'm just, that's the facts. I'm not, if there's something that's related to the city business, that's the whole intent of this open section.
We're setting an example where if you complain against a city officer, then by God, they're gonna come down on you and punish you and fix it where you can't complain about it. How am I threatening his job by coming down and filing a complaint and calling me an informant? How's that threatening his job? That's what I'm talking about. I've been accused of threatening the man's job, trying to get him fired at his place of business.
Do you have another subject to talk about? If not, I'll entertain a motion to adjourn.
Okay. Okay, about the, how much money would y'all decide to give somebody if they fill out the survey?
40.
Okay. And the place is just gonna pick people out at random, right?
Yeah.
Okay. There's still gonna be people wanting to know how come they wasn't in the survey. I mean, ain't everybody gonna be happy. I'm just pointing it out. But everybody's not gonna be happy about it. Some people are gonna be saying, well, I could have used that $40. Why wasn't I picked?
Yeah.
So you need to make people understand that the city had no part in who got involved in the survey.
I agree with you. That's important.
And everything went down here just like I said it would. Thank you, council, and everybody have a Merry Christmas. Linda, you have one, Cassie, and John, everybody have a good Christmas.
Entertain a motion to adjourn. Motion, second? Second. All those in favor say yes?
Yes.
Yes. Carries. Get that.
Okay.
Yes.
Huh?
See you, Mary.
Survey.
Yep.